So, if you are into indie pop, alternative R&B, electro pop, and synth pop, which is kind of new to me, but synth pop, you must have heard of the dynamic duo O Wonder. So, in this episode of Conversation With, we will talk about the duo's journey that shapes them today. No One Else Should Wear Your Crown. This title is so strong, and it reflects the songs in the album itself. So when you look back at your first album from 2014, you see a lot of lessons from the album. Has any of the success and fame changed your music and identity as Josephine and as Anthony? Because you talked about making songs by yourself, like one is Josephine, one is Anthony, one together. What is your identity as people through your music? What would you say it is?
Good question.
Oh, that's a great question. God, it's like therapy. I would say that I have become, and I've actually never really thought of this, this is the first time I've thought of this, become way more confident and in love with myself in a good way since we've been in a band. I think before we were in a band, I am somebody that needs external validation, I've realized, which is fine. But I never really, what's the word, like loved myself, I suppose. And when we released our first album and people were like, what you've done has affected me in a wholly positive way, and it's comforted me and it's changed my life and it's brought me closer with my friend or my partner or my family or whatever, then I was like, oh, I can do something that's valuable and worthy. And then in turn, I think I've learned self-worth, and I guess that's where we've moved from writing songs about other people to then making our last album with such a statement as like, no one else can wear your crown, like you be you, like you be awesome. Because I've realized that, like, not in an arrogant way, but like I'm awesome, I am, and I never saw it for like my whole of my life up until, you know, a couple of years ago. I thought I was rubbish, and that's such a waste of energy. And I just think it's a shame. Like, we should try and, like, so hard earlier on in our lives to find something good about ourselves and cherish it and look after it, because, you know, that's the I've gone. That's, for me, like, the point of life is to find, like, learn to love yourself, and then you can love others, I suppose. So yeah,
that's
very
right.
well.
Please don't take that and just go, Josephine thinks she's awesome. That's not what I'm trying to say. Have you changed? You become a diva?
I've gone the other way. I always grew up I was always like the lead singer of the bands I was in until this band. And actually, having been in a duo now where there's two of us at the front, I realized I didn't really enjoy like the full spotlight of, like, there's not a lot of pressure, but it's really nice to share that with someone else. Because when you're like the lead singer of a band, or like, there's a lot of eyes on you, and you have to kind of pull up your bandmates as well. But because we share this thing at the front, which is, you know, something we've created together, I wonder, it feels even more awesome when positive things happen because we get to share them. So
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww. Very cute. I need a sick bag, but that's really cute.
Super cute. Thank you. Hi again.
Hey.
Okay. By the way, I love Catan. I play it every single day when I can. I love it. Sheep all the way.
What?
Sheep all the way.
Why are we not playing it now? Oh my god. Big time.
Okay, sorry, back to the question. You talked about acceptance just now. And in Hallelujah, there's a line. There's a crown covered in glitter and gold, and I'm going to wear it whether you like it or not. Right? And saying that is sometimes easier than done. Like, saying it is easier than done, right? So can you tell us how that song came about, and in what way are you wearing your own crown, and what is your defiance? What are you defiancing against?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, saying it is harder than doing it, but I also believe that, like, when you affirm something and you say something out loud, it sets a precedent for what's to come. So by just even waking up and saying, today I am in charge of my life, I'm a big believer in energy. So, like, if you say that, it will happen.
Law of
If you say it
attraction.
enough times, it will happen. So I guess that song was like almost me trying to tell myself, like, say this out loud and it will happen. And it came from like a place where I guess I was taking stock of what we've achieved, and it feels like when you're in a band and you're just on tour, it feels like you blink and you go from like writing a song in your room, and then suddenly you're like on stage at a festival in a different country that you've never been to before, and people are singing your song back to you, and you're like, I don't understand how I got here. It's like
there's no transition.
It's just there's like A and B and there's no journey. It's just like it just happens. It's really weird. And I guess that song was like me trying to process that and process the fact that like all through my teenage life and my early 20s, all I wanted to do was be a musician and be in a band. And I was never really encouraged to pursue that because it's like such a risky career, and no one makes it, and nobody's successful, and you'll never make money, and just get a good job, like become a teacher, become a lawyer, like study hard. And I think I just realized I was a bit sick of that narrative because I'd followed it for so long and I wasn't happy. So I just went, absolutely not. I'm gonna be in a band. And that took me years though. And I guess it kind of aligned with, like learning to believe in myself and have confidence. So I guess if you say it enough times, like I'm in charge, then you become in charge. Yeah.
That's nice. You had law of attraction, put it out to the universe and it'll come back to you, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. We really, really appreciate it.
Hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, this is Hump Day. Anthony only just learned what Hump Day is, which is like my favorite thing ever that you didn't know what it was.
I think it's positive that I didn't know what Hump Day was. It means I've never had a Hump Day.